Shadow and bone. Shadow and
Shadow
bone.
and bone.
It's like silver and gold. Right, Kim?
That's right.
She said that last time that you always think of that song. So, welcome back, guys. Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
So, we can't find any stag stuff. So, I know people who are hunters, and I just don't have anything to borrow right now, but I would love to have a bunch of antlers after last episode. So, Mom was awesome. She had some statues of deer.
Yeah,
She loves her deer.
Maybe that's his offspring.
that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, those are his
Whoa.
ladies.
Ooh. Hey.
So I love the idea of the stag, and whoever does get it, I mean, Mal is right there, but hopefully it doesn't have to be killed. I mean, what a
I hope not,
majestic
no.
creature. I mean, it's so cool
Beautiful.
looking.
Oh,
Yes,
beautiful.
absolutely beautiful.
Just so
Oh.
Probably the only
Yeah.
one of its kind, you know, because it was
Mhm.
fabricated or something back, or I don't know, like if it's a destiny thing where you have to have one at a time in the world, but it's been legend for so long and it was used for bad purposes, honestly, to kill it, to use its power. You know what? It kind of reminds me of dark magic from Dragon Prince, and I just love labeling that. I know it's a broad range of fantasy where a lot of fantasy stories are based off of similar concepts with dark magic, but I just think Dragon Prince and how you have Viren who like takes things from animals, and usually
Yes.
it's death in order
Yes.
to gain
Yes.
power.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's an interesting idea, but hopefully they can figure out a way to keep it alive and
Yeah.
for it to
Right,
come back.
and a lot of people to this day think it's folklore too, so they don't even believe in it.
Mm-hmm. And even now with the Sun Summoner, like now everyone knows she is a real thing, because that was legend for a while too. So now believing that, okay, well, anything's possible, I guess, that there could be a stag out there. So I want to know more about that, because from what I understand, we heard before that those creatures, these majestic creatures that have these powers, are fabricated maybe, or they were fabricated by this wizard a long time ago, or Grisha,
Yeah.
or are they actual, like normally born creatures of this world that are just super rare and became legend because they were killed off to extract the
Oh, I
power or
see.
something. because
Right,
too many
and
were
only the
killed
Grisha
for
found
that.
out that they need them to, conquer the fold,
Mhm.
get rid of it.
So big thing is, again, Mal and Elena. I love that sappy romance, I gotta say. It's really nice, it's
Oh, yeah.
beautiful, and I hope they get together soon, but I feel like that's going to be stretched out, and Kirigan is totally going to get in the way. I do love his character too, though. I'm very back and forth, where we know him as another character on The Punisher, so
Yes,
I'm
we
like,
do.
so I can't judge that. But yeah,
Try
so
not to.
I hope he has good intentions. He is really infatuated with Elena, and he made some moves on her last time, and
Yes,
she
he
seems to
did.
kind of like it now because she's letting go of Mal, and to actually have her scar healed, she's letting go, and he's
Yeah,
gonna,
she
like,
doesn't want that
Yes,
constant reminder, and she's hurt. She hasn't gotten any letters. She doesn't know that he's sending them. Someone is
That's right.
stopping them,
Mhm.
and she's losing hope that he's even looking for her. So she has to go forward, and she has so many people. She's got Bagra trying to train her, and she's got so many things to look forward to for the future that seems positive, that she just has to let go of the past.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's helping her with her magic right now, but I don't know. I hope it all works out,
I
and
do too.
Kirigan doesn't get too involved. We'll see.
And Mal's two
know.
friends were killed.
And that was extremely sad.
That's so
Yeah.
sad, yeah.
That poor guy.
win
He
for
just
him,
can't
and-
catch a break.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
trying
you don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, there's risks involved, but to lose both of them and they win for him, like, how guilty. I
They
mean,
did. They were so
you'd feel
good
so
to
guilty.
him.
Hmm. All right, guys, you ready?
We're
Ready?
Show me who you are.
Nobody's ever asked to spend time with me before.
You set him on fire.
You made quite the first impression.
I'm glad you made friends.
Yes.
Yes.
Reiki makeup.
I want that.
I think I'm gonna stick with the black. Moving forward.
It's like she's leaning towards Kirigan now.
This is David Kostick, expert resident fabricator. He created the blue light.
What do they do?
They'll make it easier to split one beam into two.
Ah, she doesn't need it. Trained well.
See you at the fade. What?
A little obvious.
I'll walk the route our target will take from the ballroom to the dinner event and look for an ambush point. There is a gap in the schedule between events, so they may place her in a room here, away from the crowd.
Yeah, for him to do that without a cane. Oh!
Oh,
That's where we grab her.
Damn. Wallpaper hidden doors.
Jasper.
Just look at the guy or the horse.
What do you think I'm doing?
I think you're flirting with that stable hand.
What stable? Oh, him. I suppose he's moderately attractive, but I don't really know.
We have to go outside. No. Oh, come on, it's like butter week.
Only the people in the palaces know who I am. Can't I just have this one thing before everything changes?
I have an idea.
Let's go back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present
Oh, God.
Alina Starkov.
Alina, no. Not everyone knows who you are.
Oh, see?
If we get caught,
Alina. Oh, she just said it.
No.
Alright. It's ball rolling.
Well, that's news.
It's like so close.
No one who found the stag. I should be the one to deliver the new star. To him. To General Kirigan.
We'll ride together.
Woo!
Okay.
You don't want to keep it in your pocket for too long. Not if you're intending on having children someday.
I don't know.
whoops, you didn't do that.
Jasper, make sure there's a fast way out.
Why is this?
No problem.
May I?
Thank you.
Okay, she's making moves on
Here
him.
you were able to focus and split light without the gloves.
But I'm actually not that nervous. I may have considered throwing myself down the stairs to get out of it once or twice.
Don't do anything. Don't do
Oh,
anything.
no.
No! She's going in.
No. Darn.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
See, she's liking it.
Can I help you?
Ooh.
Ah, you are here. The ambassador's requested his horses.
And what other wisdom have you learned on the road?
What you want.
They're hitting it off.
I'm not against the occasional light role play.
Uh-oh. No, don't get distracted. He always gets distracted.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Shh.
Don't force me.
The Kalish ambassador's clumsy when he's drunk.
You can't wear that. Get a replacement from laundry.
My orders are to...
You heard.
See you at the meeting point.
There's so much stuff going on right now. It's kind of fun.
Jasper's paying attention.
I hope so. No, he's
Oh,
all,
God.
busy getting laid. Yeah, I really think he does care for her.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel bad.
Oh.
He brings the dark, she brings the light. He's even like, what? He's giving him seductive eyes. Whoa!
Oh.
That's impressive. Oh, people are kneeling.
Saints.
Now, don't forget why you were there.
That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But for now, no one leaves. It's the General's orders.
Ooh. No one leaves, and he was still able to get the horses out. He moved it?
I must say, Shokar Akima, you are becoming quite dangerous.
I'm sorry?
You will become even more dangerous still. There is something far greater than armies.
Excuse us, but General Kirigan needs Alina ready for the dinner.
Faith, Alina Starkov.
It's good at being creepy.
Yeah.
These are the two who claim they found the stag.
No, sir. He did.
Oh God, he's the first to see him.
And you are. What a surprise.
Oh no.
Leave us.
Leave us, no.
You're certain?
Yeah. Twice as big as any other. All white. And it looked at me head on, his antlers.
Show me where.
Until I see Alina.
Yes. That's good that he played that, but
You know how many claim to know the Sun Summoner? What's her favorite flower or what kind
Iris.
of
kind of flower, because now he's gonna get that for her.
Irises.
Apparently you'd issued the order to find the stag. We cannot let him obtain that kind of power.
Oh,
Okay.
so she's worried about Kirigan?
Might not be her.
What's he gonna do?
Oh, holy crap.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh.
I'm here, Marie. I don't want to die with the wrong face on.
Oh. Oh, that is so sad.
They need the target for the demonstration, but afterwards at the reception, that's when they'll deploy a double for security
Oh.
reasons. I said arc in after the double, while we
Yeah,
stay on
there's
the
so many,
target.
Arkin will get caught.
You rotten
Okay,
snake.
everyone's there. It's like,
Scratch that. Plan F. Stay on the target and meet me at the escape.
Play that.
I mean, he's the only one who knows what the stag is right now, so.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh. Oh, 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 oh,
Can't catch a break.
oh. My God. Oh. Darn.
Oh, doing Grisha moves. Strength?
Getcha.
I don't recall this being part of the schedule.
Like she's not surprised with the blue eyes.
She's so into him.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Mal. Here he is getting freaking killed.
Jennifer.
No. That's it. Knock, knock.
Are you sure?
I mean, at least he asked, but still. It's like,
Yeah.
she's on cloud 9 right now.
Come with me.
Bakra.
He intends to expand the fold and use it as a weapon. That's what he created it for in the first place.
The Black
He
Panther
created it?
the fold.
He chose a nobleman's name to hide after he made the fold.
Ooh, she can do it too.
Fulcrum were men.
And women. Children.
Oh my god.
I want to pay a price.
They were once people?
You must hide.
Holy crap, this is so much
This
information.
is scary. God.
I only need one good leg. However, you...
Ooh.
You need both hands.
Oh my
came
God.
back.
Look up. Oh my
What was he having on?
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
what's that?
Whoa.
And then
She killed someone. Oh my god, is she going right in there?
she's gonna hide right in there.
What do you
It's
know?
like, sweet.
We don't know where she is.
Don't we? Just ask.
Do we have a fix on where the target is?
Yeah.
I won't answer, but
That was a fun episode.
Oh gosh.
Wow, everything really
Wow.
came together quickly in this one too.
that's it. So Kirigan wasn't a nice guy.
No, he was.
I mean, that was a lot of
Wow.
information to take in too. Like, what a shock. So he's been alive for a long time. He's the
I guess
original
so.
guy who made the fold,
Yes.
and he wants to expand it by using her power. He doesn't want to do
That's
the
right.
opposite.
Yeah, she's going to be the destructor. She's going to be, the empower to kill everything else that goes in it.
That's right.
Even more so.
So, from what I understand, what Bagger was saying is that when he made the fold, all those demon creatures that were in there actually were people. And they changed.
Yes, they were, yes.
Women, children, men, everyone. So, like, now they're flesh-eating monsters, and you got to kill them. It's like, I don't know if you can reverse it, and whoever's still alive in there can reverse.
Alina would be just a slave forever and ever and ever. I can't believe that he was going to do that. I thought Bagra had her assistant or something go get Mal, and she was going to keep him for herself to know where the stag was for whatever reason. At this point, we didn't know Kirigan was bad, so I thought they were going to meet up underground at that point today. This episode. But that wasn't the case. So he fled. Now he's in the woods.
I'm glad he survived it, but yeah, I was kind of shocked. And right when he went in and the door closed, I was like, well, why is she... I mean, I know she wants to talk to him, but she doesn't even know who this guy is besides being a tracker. So I think she would be more compassionate if she knew that Elena and Mal had a relationship, like a friendship. But because she was so fearful about her son getting close to the stag, like we saw it on her face, right when they closed the door, I'm like, she might just kill him, because that's the easiest way to just erase it. Because if there's only one stag like this, I mean, that whole countryside might be humongous, like maybe like a continent or something, where it would be too hard, like a needle in a haystack, to find anyways. So if he doesn't have like a sixth sense to locate it besides being told or hunting it, I was like, in a split second, I was like, oh God, maybe she'll just kill him, and that'll be the easiest way to just not risk it at all.
Yes, that could very well be absolutely a possibility, because she doesn't know his background. She doesn't know that he knows, Alina personally. So much so. I mean, they're very close. I mean, that's the closest person to Alina that, ever in her life. So, for Bagra to know that would be, virtually impossible.
So it would make sense for her to just be like, eliminate the threat kind of thing. And I'm glad Bagra, because I trusted her right away, and she was so tough and stuff. You can't always go by that. So her training her to get powerful with her powers and knowing all this. I mean, she's the mother of this tyrant, and
he is such a tyrant.
She did love him at one point. I'm sure she still does, but the fear and the sadness in her eyes when he was just looking at her and saying, like, I have no use for you or something. Like, it was devastating to hear that. She knew he was going to threaten her.
It's so funny how they perceive things as you're going us against the world. He's like, no, I'm protecting, he has this vision of it's better. I'm making things better. It's just amazing how people
mindset
justify what they're doing is right, and it's not.
And he's been around for so long now that he's probably seen so much that maybe because of all these wars and how people fight over things that don't really matter, I don't know, that he probably thinks it's minuscule, where he's like, well, if we just do everything one way, we make the fold bigger, we could be all one country, and maybe, I don't know, like just completely change the government there or something, and people won't have a say or anything, like total.
He'll just conquer it all.
Yeah, so I don't know. But so we kind of knew that, and we're kind of worried that he might have good intentions, but not the right intentions, in his head, good intentions. But so not good, and I am glad somewhat that Alina actually listened to Bagra. Somewhat as in she listened, but she didn't fully listen.
And I'm so glad Alina and Kirigan didn't get together, really get together.
I know. Can you imagine? Because, not to overthink it, but I'm sure she's still innocent, and then losing that to this guy who's like this ultimate evil man. And poor Mal, but again, she moved on because she thought that he wasn't sending her letters or anything, and thought that he kind of moved on, and she had to move on. And her powers got better once she wasn't like insecure about it anymore. But I'm so happy Mal has come so far. He's traveled so far, risked everything, lost friends along the way to be there. And every step he takes, he's always in danger.
He's always in danger, and
Yes,
he's
he is.
always doing it for her. He's
That's
always
right. Yes.
continually trying to get to her ultimately.
Mhm.
With the stag, the whole thing, going to his superior and saying, look, I found the stag. Let me bring this information to Kirigan. Because he knows he wants to get closer to Alina. So he's showing every step of the way, hopefully, once they get together, if they ever do, you know, she'll see all the paths he took to try to
Yeah,
still
I hope
try to
they
reach
do.
her no matter what,
Yeah.
through thick
Mhm.
and thin. He didn't get any of her letters either, too. So
That's right.
All these things going on. So I have another question too. So the conductor guy, right?
yes,
He went in, he was following their plan, but then he said the general said this, and then he tried to slice her throat. Like, that wasn't originally part of the plan, so what happened there?
I thought there was some mystical thing or magical thing that made him open the door, that made it strong enough to open the door.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, maybe that's how he opened the door. And then I was thinking, well, maybe he's Grisha too.
Mhm.
But he foiled all the plans. He completely intended on just getting her for himself and killing her.
I mean, that's a huge difference. I mean, I don't know exactly what Kaz wants
And
to do
why
with
would
her, but
why he would do that is beyond me, because
he was
that-
all about saving Grisha before.
right, especially the Sun Summoner. So she would collapse the fold. That's the whole story, right? That
Yeah.
she would collapse the fold
Yeah.
and things would go to peace again. For him to do that, it would be like, maybe he's the conductor and he doesn't want to lose his job going through the fold all the time and making all this money.
Who
I don't know.
knows?
Who knows?
I don't know what
Yeah.
his reasoning was. Maybe I completely missed that, but
If you guys can clarify for
fine.
us if it's
He
not
went
supposed
rogue.
to be confusing, because if it's supposed to be like a mystery and we'll find out soon, then please don't tell us. But if we are a little mixed up, I'm curious, because I didn't expect them to go and kill her. And that poor woman who was pretending to be Elena, and then she
Oh,
got
I thought
killed.
it was her. Yeah, I thought it was Elena. And I said,
Yeah, and you
"Ooh,
saw her face fluctuating, and she's like, I don't want to
Yeah.
die like this, like with, you know, the fake face on. So
that's
you know,
right.
Jenna
They're
turned her
such
back.
they are protectors for her, and she probably doesn't even realize it. But they were showing hints of the two the two
clothes, yeah.
coats, and I didn't even put two and two together. I
Me
just
neither.
said, oh, there's
It's
just a
just-
wardrobe
yeah.
room or something with Jenny
Wow.
there.
I see that.
I mean, I'm shocked about the conductor, and I didn't hear what general he said, but to go all that way and to do that, so maybe he's worried that she would actually expand the fold or something, or they just wanted to keep the fold there to keep, you know what, too, though, because on the other side where Kaz, Inej, and Jesper were, they had this whole rally out there before they left that were talking about, we don't want to be one Ravka or something, we want to be separate, we're our own people now. So that's another huge reason why they don't want the fold to go down, because they want to keep it separated so main Ravka or whatever doesn't completely take over, right?
Yeah, so that's
maybe
why they were trying to kidnap her. They were trying to take her. And now they have her.
That's right.
Yeah, so I know
They
Kaz
don't know
and friends
that,
were
though.
going
Only
to
Jasper knows.
to get her for that reason, but like, what are they going to do at that point? Like, reason with her or something? I mean, I'm hoping they weren't planning on killing her. I just feel like the conductor was on
I
a
hope
completely different mission.
He was.
Because
he
hope so.
was. He totally buffaloed them, and he wanted to get to her, but he had his own agenda, because he was talking to that other general outside the tent.
Yeah.
Because then Kaz was talking it over. He's like, yeah. And Kaz knew the whole time that he was going to
That's
double
right.
cross them.
Mm-hmm.
And
he got
let
close
that
too.
happen.
Luckily, they planned
Yeah.
it where, unfortunately for that girl, but that they had doubles for Elena to protect her. I mean, that's a terrible job, but
And Jenya did it. Jenya
Yeah.
can change people's faces. That's crazy.
something, yeah.
it is really crazy. And she likes that guy.
Yes,
Like,
she
she
does.
for that guy. I like how
I like
uncomfortable
And
it
Jenna.
is.
I think he likes her, because he
Yeah.
was pretending
Yes.
he wasn't even looking
That's
at
right,
her.
yes.
And then she
I really like Jenya. She's really good.
And speaking of distractions, we have freaking
Oh,
Jesper again.
that
getting
Jesper.
distracted.
I tell
Luckily,
ya.
he got the horses. There was something, the carriage was outside. He didn't take the
right, yes.
horses, and that worked out perfectly with Elena going into the trunk. I mean, it was just fate
That
to
was
be.
fun. That was really
So
good.
He always wins in the out.
That's right. That's right.
He always wins.
at the end.
Yeah,
And,
at the end.
Oh my gosh.
with him, just jumping on the carriage, and he's like, just ask. Like, it was a fun moment, and it's going to be fine. But I don't really think they're going to hurt her, especially Nej. Like, she was so
I hope,
emotional about believing in the Sun Summoner and the necklace she has from her parents. Like, that's always like her hope and her worship, you know. Like, she wants the fold, I guess, to go away, but she just like worships the Sun Summoner. And to talk to Jesper about it and be heartbroken and be like, you know, think about it as just a job, if anything, which is kind of a good way to look at it, just in case. But thank God she's real, and Inej, like, seeing her emotions behind it, you know. So I think Elena will be in good hands with them. Hopefully,
I think much better hands than Kirigan. We know that.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Anything's
really
better
good.
than him.
I'm so happy, like you said, Mom, that right when they were about to hook up, really, like, something
Yeah, I was
happened, he had to
thinking
leave,
about-
and then Bagra just pulled her away immediately. So now we're in motion, and she's escaping with
That's right.
Kaz and people, and hopefully Mal, now he's on the run
Yes,
too.
and they'll meet up and
Team
get
up.
together sometime.
Team up, and I'm hoping she can destroy the fold this season.
Yeah, I do too.
If
Yeah.
there are going to be more
That would be
seasons
great.
after this, I'm assuming there will be.
Mm-hmm.
Because that'll be kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure this world is so grand that there's going to be many adventures ahead. But once the fold is taken down, like, what other stories are there going to be? You know, that's also a big thing that I'm curious about.
Well, there could be a lot of conflicts between the Grisha and the common folk and the different areas. There's going to be, you know, I'm sure a lot of conflict. Like,
yeah,
who conquered, you know, who's going to, are you going to keep your own, you know, area territory for yourselves, or, you know, are Grisha going to try to be, you know, dominant of each area? What's going to happen?
And, you know, also Kirigan, he, I mean, rumor has it, he also helped Grisha, because Grisha were shunned. I mean, look at Nina on the freaking ship getting tortured and seen as a
That's
witch,
right, yeah.
you know, killer and stuff. It's like so unfair. So when the wall goes down, I think, yeah, you're right, there's going to be a lot of wars between Grisha and normal people. And one question I have too, because we're still learning stuff, is that we have heart renderers, we have fire people, water people, air people, kind of like the four elements, earth. But when it comes to strength, what is that? I mean, then we have dark, and then we have the sun. So I wonder what the strength one is, if that's like heart, because when she was doing those motions, when she was fighting Mal, and then she was able to bend the metal of the poker, I was kind of like, oh, wow. So I felt like
and
maybe
she
it was
was
heart for adrenaline,
yeah,
strength.
she could be, because she was very strong, and he was surprised. He was like, oh my God.
Unless she could bend metal. Maybe she's a metal bender.
Maybe she's a...
That's part of Earth, right? So I love the idea of this world. It's definitely a lot of fun. And there's something about it that I enjoy a lot, where it's very exciting, it's dangerous, it can get scary, but I'm not overly terrified.
It's not too scary, yeah.
Yeah, because some things are too blunt and too gory to me, where we still watch it and it's fine, but it disturbs me too much. So, like, something like this, I can go in lighter, where I'm like, okay. And
Yes,
still get
even
just
when
as
Inej
excited.
killed that guy for
That was
Kaz, that was, you know, she felt horrible about doing that. But, you know, stabbed him in the back. It wasn't like gory. It was bad.
I mean, it's still very violent. I know it sounds like we're
That's right,
contradicting,
yes.
but you're right. Yeah.
But
So that
compare
was.
compare one against the other. That was less.
Yes.
Sure.
That's gruesome.
I mean, she killed
So
someone for Kaz, and that was hard for her, because she wasn't going to do that anymore. And for her to kill someone, I don't know if that was her first kill. No, she's killed people before, right? I don't know if she's always just promised Kaz when she befriended him not to do that anymore. But that was huge. But she saved his life, and that was the biggest thing.
She did. Yes,
And
definitely.
Kaz is a good fighter too, especially with his limp. Like, he was really good, and he just went
He
right for
beat
the
the
hand.
daylights out of that guy. I actually thought he killed him, and he came back out. And,
Looked like he crushed his hand or something off, or cut it off, and he got the fire on his like stump or something.
and he still was able to generate fire
Yeah.
with that one hand. Couldn't throw it at the point, but Inej took care of that.
Yeah. Whoa, so I really hope that Elena can destroy this fold, and that Mal and her can meet up by next episode. I don't know how many episodes there are. We can look next time. Or I don't really like to look, to be honest, because then we might see a picture we don't want to see, or catch a couple words of the description, because sometimes they spoil stuff. But anywho, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find
Yeah,
out.
and you know, Elena, she really got roped into Kirigan, and I think
She was
Jenya
infatuated. She was full on like.
That's right. Yeah.
Jenya tried to warn her, be careful of powerful men.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That
she
is
did.
You know,
true.
she did try to warn her. You know, she probably knew there was.
So I wonder how much like everyone else
there.
knows, if it's just Bagheera that really, because being the mom, but how much does everyone else really know?
Yeah, who else knows, if anyone? Yeah.
So that's kind of a scary idea too, because
I'm sure
I really
the king
hope
and
that
queen
Jen is
don't
good.
know.
Yeah, they seem kind of oblivious. Who knows? We haven't
Yeah,
seen
they're
much
just
of them,
like
but they're just
pawns
posh.
in
Like,
his agenda.
And for like Kirigan to actually kind of make demands to them or be like, "Do you understand?" Remember, he said something like that a while. Like, "Whoa, you don't talk to a king and queen that way because that's disrespectful." But they respect him enough to let him do what he wants. So, not good, guys. But can't wait to watch more. I feel like my potion. So thank you guys, and we'll see you very soon. As always, please subscribe. Check out our links below if you want to see our full reactions and videos early through our Patreon. And we'll see you very soon, as always. We do have merchandise too. Woohoo! Check those links. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Be nice to your moms.
Yes.
Yes.